What's up, everybody? It's your boy Tru Element 78 in the building with
your one and only reigning, defending Mondo Lucha Hall of Famer, the X-Man, Xavier Mustafa.
And everybody's favorite narcissist, the natural Chris Black.
And today is November 18th, 2020, and we are here to give you our Survivor Series predictions for the show taking place this Sunday from the Thunderdome. WWE Survivor Series taking place November 22nd. So, this is pretty much the Seinfeld of pay-per-views when it comes to WWE. It is the show about nothing, the show that is for nothing. I kind of care about the show a little bit, only for that main event of Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre.
Wait a minute. This is the one time a year where SmackDown goes against Raw. Oh, wait. They're not doing that tag on this year. Okay, never mind.
Oh, yeah, they are. But that's never been true.
Because we remember last year, they said that like every 5 sentences. It was like, oh, it's the big dog. The only time of year where SmackDown goes against, but this year, I don't even recall hearing it once.
I've heard it, but
you called it right. This show is absolutely for nothing. Like, who cares? Like, either side, Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, who cares who wins? There's no stakes involved. Okay. Oh, wait. Isn't there a rumor that something about the team, the 5-on-5, the team that wins, they get something with Money in the Bank? I mean, or some shit like Elimination Chamber or something like that?
Nope, there's nothing.
Oh, well, maybe that was my imagination.
De nada, as Rey Mysterio would say. De nada. But there is one thing on this show that is for something, and it is the 30-year celebration of The Undertaker. But before we get into these predictions for the Survivor Series show, which are going to pretty much go quickly because the teams aren't even completely filled in yet, but we have no time to waste getting it out to the people prior. So we're getting it out to the people prior to SmackDown. But before we get into these predictions, go ahead and make your church announcements. Y'all guys got anything going on?
Do I have anything going on? Yes, I do have something going on. When is this getting dropped?
Friday night.
Friday night. So you are exactly 1 week away from the Black Friday Brawl, where we're going to have our big open invitational battle royal. Mr. Chris Black won his match against Doc Simmons. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He got a W against Doc Simmons, so he will be the last entrant in the battle royal. So he's the odds-on favorite to win. Doc, on the other hand, will be number 1, but he has already vowed that he is going to eliminate everybody else and face Brown Sugar, our heavyweight champion, in the main event of the New Year's Eve fight night. Then we also got ACH coming in. He's going to be battling Sean Priest. That's going to be our main event. That's going to be an awesome match. I'm very excited about it. And the tickets are available right now at legacyprowi.com. You can also find it on Facebook at facebook.com/LegacyProWI, and that is nothing to sneeze at.
I don't think that Chris Black is gonna make it to the battle royal. I think he might pass away from COVID over there.
Oh no! I jobbed out COVID. I took my test. It was a scare. I thought I might have caught it, but I tested negative.
I'm sending some dancing Africans.
I think it was just the flu.
I'm sending some dancing Africans to the Black Friday show just so they can be ready.
Dancing Africans. Oh.
See, Chris Black getting W's everywhere now, man. I'm telling you.
Biological warfare. Never put it past the natural Chris Black to use biological warfare to get what he wants.
That's my whole plan, to get everybody sick. I'll be the only man in the battle royal.
And in the building, because everybody went out. Automatic championship match.
Is Chris Black good enough to wrestle himself? Could he wrestle the Invisible Man?
Of course. You know, I carry the majority of my matches.
I was asking Xavier Mustafa, do you think Chris Black is good enough to wrestle the Invisible Man?
I don't know if he'll be, Tokyo Dome 5-star, but, probably... I think it'll be at least a solid 3. I got faith in my boy.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get into these predictions so these people can get what they paid for. free 99. Thank you guys for sharing the podcast. We're a little under 2,500 downloads for the lifetime. So be sure to continue to share the podcast itself, and be sure to share this YouTube channel, share these videos out to your friends and family. Leave us a like, leave us comments. We will reply to them. So,
you know what? I was trying to put something out there. If we get 100 likes on this video, we will do an OnlyFans just for y'all.
This guy is itching to get that OnlyFans. He wants to show y'all that shillelagh.
What?
and then I'm gonna have to future endeavor him the same way that they did Zelina Vega. But that is gonna be saved for the podcast. I think we're gonna have a lot of thoughts on this whole Zelina Vega, WWE, and third parties, and Andrew Yang, and the Biden administration, and everything that WWE is really putting themselves into a predicament that I don't think that they really want to be in. So, but we're going to touch on that on the podcast that drops for you guys next Saturday. So
just remember, 100 likes, Saturday Night Slamcaster, Thunderdome. Only on OnlyFans.
What's her name?
Oh, man. So, first things first, let's talk about this whole Undertaker's final farewell. Do you think this is going to be the final farewell? Do you think it's going to lead to a match? Do you think it's going to lead to something in Saudi Arabia down the line with Undertaker? Do you think that Fiend's going to attack the Undertaker? What are your thoughts? We'll start off with the natural Chris Black.
You know, as much as I want to see the Undertaker have one last match, I don't know about that. Because number one, it'd be too predictable. So his opponent will have to be meaningful, and the only opponent that anyone really wants to see him go against is the Fiend. But I don't know if that's, I mean, is that match a big draw nowadays? But I'm kind of mixed feelings. I don't know what to think about this. I thought they were just going to let it be done with, but of course they can't, because this is the 30th anniversary. He has to do something. So I don't know, final farewell. Does he get challenged in his final farewell, or does he just have an altercation? Does someone finally put him out to pasture? It'd be interesting to see what's going to happen.
I would like to see The Undertaker come out, cut a promo thanking the fans, leave the hat in the middle of the ring, then all of a sudden the lights start going out. We know the Fiend is coming. Lights cut back on, the Fiend's in the ring. He gives Undertaker his kudos, and then the lights go out again, he leaves the ring. Or they're both gone. Something like that, kind of the, I don't want to say you or me before me kind of deal, but like, you know, giving homage, that's what I'm looking for, to the past, but, you know, it's pretty much almost what you're doing now.
See, I'm more of an asshole.
I don't even know if this sentence made any sense, but I hope you get what I'm trying to say.
See, I'm more of an asshole. I would fuck with the fans. So I have Undertaker down there in the ring talking his shit. Well, actually, let me ask you guys, do you think it's going to be humanized Taker, or is it going to be Dead Man Taker?
I want to say a little bit of both. You just can't have Mark Calloway come out. He's got to do the gong. He's got to do the hat and the long trench coat.
Because they say they're supposed to have Kane and Brother Love and all the people from Undertaker's past out there that they could possibly have, I guess, following Florida's protocol for COVID and everything. So probably have Mick Foley, Shawn Michaels, all of those guys present. But I don't know if that means they're going to have them on the Thunderdome screens present, or if they're actually going to have them like come out on stage and give them like a standing ovation or whatever and a salute and all of that type of stuff. But I'm kind of an asshole when it comes to being a promoter, so here's what I would do. And it's not going to lead to a match in the end. But I would have Undertaker out there talking his shit. The lights go out like the Fiend is coming. When the lights come back on, Sting is standing across the ring from the Undertaker. And he takes a step towards the Undertaker, and the lights go out again. And then the lights come back on. Sting is gone, and who's standing in his place? Alexa Bliss. And Alexa Bliss is doing her whole trying to play with the Undertaker, and the Undertaker doesn't want to play with her. And he might pick up the mic and say, "Get out of here, little girl," or something like that. and then she gets pissed off at the Undertaker, and then the lights go off again, and when the lights come back on, it's the Fiend standing there. And maybe he has the Undertaker set up for the Sister Abigail, and he delivers the Sister Abigail to the Undertaker, hits him with the mandible claw, and the music starts going crazy, and the lights go out, and that's the last we see of the Undertaker. That's what I would do.
I don't know. Let's just say I have no faith that the WWE is going to do anything that's, I don't know, good.
Or what I said is that they should do what they did. I know you hated it, Chris Black, but they could have a whole segment where they basically do a "This Is Your Life" like they did with John Cena with the Fiend and Undertaker. I mean, with John Cena and the Fiend at WrestleMania, and that'd be technically the Undertaker's last match. Even though the Undertaker's on record now that he's done some interviews leading into Survivor Series saying that he doesn't want to do another cinematic match. If he's gonna do anything, he wants it to be a real live match. So I don't know, but I think that my segment, I think that is pretty cool. The fans will pop to see Sting standing across the ring from the Undertaker in his gear and makeup and stuff, and then they'll probably be pissed off, but they'll get probably excited again when they see Alexa Bliss out there, and then the lights coming back on again, and the Fiend standing over there and doing something or whatever. So I don't know, but that's how I would book it.
My only concern with that will be the PTSD that Sting will have because Seth Rollins is in the building.
All right, so that's gonna be the Undertaker's 30th anniversary. Not too sure what they're gonna do with it, what's gonna come from it, but I am excited. I'm more curious on where this falls in the show. Does this close the show? Is this the middle of the show, or do you kick off the show with the Undertaker's final farewell?
I think it'd be
Before the main event.
I'd say somewhere in the middle because you don't want to start the show off with that, and I don't think you want to end the show with that.
Well, we already know that the beginning of the show is probably going to be not for the tag team titles, but it's going to be the New Day and Street Profits. They're probably going to kick off the show.
Leave it up to WWE to do the wrong thing.
Kind of sad that we won't have Paul Bearer there.
Hologram.
Right.
Where's Neo One when you need him? Matt Hardy, come back. All right, so I said the Street Profits and New Day are probably going to kick off Survivor Series, but we're going to go in the order of what they got listed on the website. Bobby Lashley, United States Champion, taking on Sami Zayn. This is going to be a different type of retread of the terrible, terrible storyline that Sami Zayn and Bobby Lashley had. They've been trolling each other on Twitter with Sami Zayn complimenting Bobby Lashley's muscles and mocking his wrestling ability, and Bobby Lashley threatening violence on Sami Zayn. And he's like, just like an American, I'm trying to give you a compliment, and all you want to do is threaten violence. So who do you see winning this? It's two heels now. It did look like they were trying to do something with the Hurt Business. Now I'm not too sure what the direction of the Hurt Business is. And Bobby Lashley's just walking around with that United States title and not defending it. So,
well, I think Sami Zayn might be in a little bit of hot water backstage because of some comments he made about Trump and, Trump's relationship with Vince McMahon and the higher ups. I think this might be a total squash, if you ask me. Bobby Lashley over. He's going over, squash or not.
I think this has every potential to be match of the night between these two because we know Sami Zayn is a great competitor. Bobby Lashley, I won't say he's a great competitor, but he can put some matches together on his own. So combined with them two, I'm looking forward to this match. I hope Bobby Lashley goes over and they continue his trajectory to the main event of a show, maybe once or twice, maybe win the title, but that's my pick.
I'm going to go with Bobby Lashley and winning Sami Zayn not in hot water. Like we said, the problem with this show is that it's not for anything. You don't even have GMs or commissioners or anything out there threatening to fire people. I think this would be the perfect opportunity for them to say, if we lose, 5 people are going to get fired from the roster if we don't win. And it's a way for them to legitimately get rid of people that they don't like. Like they could have did that with Zelina Vega. Like they could have actually wrote her off television, but yeah. I actually do think that one of those spots was going to go to her for Survivor Series since it's open. But
what show was she even on? Raw?
SmackDown.
Yeah.
Because remember, Andrade went undrafted. So she was going to be wherever, he was going to go wherever Charlotte was going to go, which was probably going to be SmackDown. But let's see. Next up, we got the New Day, the Raw Tag Team Champions taking on the Street Profits, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. They've been building this one by proxy since Big E is on Raw with the Street Profits, and they've been asking him for different pieces of advice, and he's kind of just been misguiding them and talking down to them, and they've been kind of making more and more heel reactions to Big E's teasing of them. So everybody's saying they think that the Street Profits are going to be going heel. I do think this would be the perfect match for them to go heel in. But they really don't have anybody to fight either, so I don't know. Like, they haven't built up any tag teams on Raw. They haven't built up any baby faces. But again, this pay-per-view isn't about building anything. It's just not even bragging rights, just for nothing. So with that being said, I'm going to say the New Day go over the Street Profits.
This was a tough one for me
because it's WWE.
I can see reasons for either one of them. I'm gonna go with the Street Profits. No particular reason why. I just want them to go over.
Yeah, this is a tough one to me. Actually, this is the one match that I'm actually excited to see because I think they're really gonna show out in this match. I want to say the Street Profits because they're the young up-and-comers, but this is WWE we're talking about, and I think a loss to the New Day really wouldn't hurt them, but then again, a loss to the Street Profits is really not going to hurt the New Day. And seeing as how we don't know who the next up for either one of these teams is going to be, makes it even harder to choose a winner. Okay, but with that being said, I'm going to have to go with the Street Profits.
Because this is WWE is the reason I picked the New Day, because they're not going to put over the new up-and-comers. They're going to put over the tried and true 13-time tag team champions, former world heavyweight champion.
But I think Xavier Woods going to eat that pin.
See, I actually think that Angelo Walken's going to eat that pin. So, I don't know. New Day did have a pretty rough match on Monday, though. They did like a 25-minute match. Like, that was crazy on Raw.
That was actually a good match.
Yeah, against the Hurt Business. So, that was a long match, man.
Right. So, and if it wasn't for the big build, I would have thought the Hurt Business could have beaten them. And I think it actually probably would be more interesting. Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that. I think the New Day and Street Profits, that's the match that I think people wanted to see. The only match on this card people actually want to see. We've seen Drew McIntyre, Roman Reigns, but the roles have reversed. Yeah,
and they're both supposed to be indestructible. And now they're both tribal chiefs, basically. So that's going to be interesting, but we'll talk about it when we get there. Asuka, the Raw Women's Champion, versus Sasha Banks, the SmackDown Women's Champion. Talk about matches that we've seen before. This was the feud of 2020, pretty much. Just swap Bayley and Sasha out as many times as you want to. Remember the beginning of the COVID era? This is what we started with, was Asuka and Sasha and Bayley. This was that show on in March. This is how the COVID era of wrestling started, was Asuka versus Sasha Banks.
Yeah. So I think okay. So I'm just gonna say Asuka wins because I don't know. It's nothing new for Sasha Banks to lose. Just saying, she won her first title defense, so I guess they're not gonna feel so bad when they tell her she gotta take that L. I'm gonna go with Asuka because, yeah, I'm gonna go with Asuka. I don't think Sasha Banks. I don't think it necessarily hurts her, but Asuka shouldn't be losing to Sasha Banks.
I'm going with Asuka as well. Where's Bailey? She died? What happened? I mean, like, literally, she just lost it at the last pay-per-view, and, like, she's just MIA. But, okay.
She's taking time off.
She's
For personal reasons.
She's speaking to the manager right now. Asuka for the win.
Well, we already got Carmella on Sasha's ass on SmackDown. I think I predicted that Charlotte was probably going to go to SmackDown, but they don't have anybody on Raw for Asuka to even face right now. So I think that Asuka's just keeping that title warm until Charlotte returns, and they said she was going to return towards the end of the year. So I think Charlotte also is going to make an appearance in this match.
You know what? With that being said, I think one of the predictions you talked about off the air is probably another reason why that's probably going to happen.
Oh, yeah. We'll talk about that when we get there, too.
Asuka would actually have a viable opponent if they would actually book Shayna Baszler properly, but I'm not going to get into that.
Oh, yeah. I hate that tag team stuff.
All right. Speaking of which, we got the Women's Survivor Series 5-on-5 match, which is going to be the team of Nia Jax, Shayna Baszler, Lacey Evans, Peyton Royce, and Lana taking on Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and two to-be-determined superstars.
Team Bianca Belair, because Lana's going to be the sole survivor on that one team, and she's going to go through a table.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with Team SmackDown. But I think something big, and I think Mustafa just called it, I think Lana's probably is going to be the last one standing. Look, this whole putting her through the table, this is beyond just being petty at this point. They're building up to something. And I think Lana's going to ultimately get the win or go over it a big way due to all of this. Because you're not just going to put a woman through the table for 2 months straight without it meaning something. But again, this is WWE, so they're not above being petty. But come on now, 8 weeks in a row. I think there's some underlying meaning why they're doing this.
9 weeks. It's gonna be 10 at Survivor Series.
Lord.
So she's not gonna get eliminated. She's gonna be put through the table, and they're gonna forget all about her, and she's gonna come in. No, she's gonna get buried. She's gonna take everybody's finisher that's left on the SmackDown team and lose. Let's see. So what is that? The Riot Kick. What is Bianca Belair's move? Is it that gorilla press thing she does? No, she does that that like pedigree thing. Huh?
Doesn't she have a submission?
No, Bianca Belair does that pedigree thing where she picks you up by your arms and slams you down. The same finisher as Serena Deeb. I forgot what it's called.
Yeah.
Liv Morgan, I have no idea what the fuck her finisher is.
Who do you think the other two members... First of all, who else is on SmackDown?
Carmella, Bailey, active right now. And then they have the possibility of, like I said, Charlotte or Naomi returning. But other than that, I can't really think of anybody. I think Mickie James is on SmackDown.
Naomi would be a good pick. And I don't think Charlotte's going to be making a return yet. She's probably going to come back at the Royal Rumble. We can cancel Bailey.
It's gonna be the man.
In all her pregnant glory.
Did you guys see the meme that they made of Murphy and Aaliyah standing in for um, Becky Lynch and Seth Rollins for the maternity pictures?
No.
Oh, that shit was real nice and creepy.
But yeah, I have no idea who could be inserted into this match. Like we said earlier, we're recording this before SmackDown, so you guys are in the future and you know who it is. But I don't think it's going to change our prediction too much. Team Raw is going to implode because Nia Jax is probably just going to take out her own damn team and think she can do it all by herself, and then she's going to get kicked in the face and punked out and put out, and then Lana's going to be laying outside the ring, groveling from the table spot that she took. And she's going to be the sole survivor, and she's going to come in and get her ass beat by Bianca Belair, Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan, and whoever these other two people are.
You know, I could so see that happening. I think Nia Jax is going to be the first person eliminated. She gets pissed, puts Lana through the table. Lana sells for the majority of the match, and she's the last person. I can so see that happening.
Yeah, so Team SmackDown wins.
But then if they do that, she should win.
Team SmackDown wins.
Bianca Belair can't lose.
Team SmackDown
shouldn't lose, I should say.
Team SmackDown wins. Bianca Belair gets the win for SmackDown. Carmella and Sasha going to do her thing, and Bianca Belair is waiting there for Sasha on the other side of Carmella.
So you think we finally gonna get the Bianca Belair push we've been asking for, what, 2 years now?
It's going to be Bianca Belair and Sasha at WrestleMania. Believe that.
I mean, I'm here for it.
Who's the heel? Or never mind. I guess it doesn't matter these days.
It's going to be Bianca Belair. I need a heel Bianca Belair in my life so she can talk that shit. I'm the bestest. I just wanted to call Sasha old. Like, I do you better than you do you. Like, you barely even go here. Then we got the Men's Survivor Series match, which is going to be Keith Lee, AJ Styles, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle, not Matt Riddle, just Riddle, representing Raw, taking on Kevin Owens, Jey Uso, King Corbin, Seth Rollins, and one undetermined teammate, which I thought Murphy had made it into this match, but I guess I was incorrect with that thinking. So
I want Team Riddle to win. Just because it's Matt Riddle.
Team Riddle should win. They got all that firepower. Keith Lee, AJ Styles, Sheamus, Braun Strowman, and Riddle. And nobody kicks out of the bro kick. The bro kick is the most protected finisher in all of professional wrestling.
No, that would be the one they winged angel.
Well, that too. But he doesn't even win every match with the one winged angel either.
I think you just said it. There's too many heavy hitters on Raw. I mean, looking at the SmackDown team, Kevin Owens, beatable. Jey Uso,
King Corbin,
beatable. King Corbin, they've done him so bad. Seth Rollins is the only viable person, and then to be determined. So I can't see them jobbing out Keith Lee, Riddle, and Strowman all in the same match, or AJ Styles. Sheamus is another story.
It's gonna be the Undertaker, damn it.
No, it's gonna be the Big Show.
Braun Strowman and Sheamus is gonna cancel each other out because they've been into it too much. They're telegraphing this shit.
Yeah, I'm going with Team Raw. It doesn't even matter who SmackDown brings in because we know Seth is taking time off, so Seth's probably gonna be like the last man left, and he's gonna get his ass beat.
Murphy's gonna interfere and cause Seth to be disqualified. I mean, to get eliminated.
Yeah. And finally,
Jey Uso, all Roman Reigns got to do is be like, "You're done. Come out this ring," and he's gonna have to listen.
Hey, get out of there! I need you to come talk to me. We got to discuss later.
Come rub my feet.
We got to discuss later tonight. You got to discuss me letting me borrow your wife. She want twins, right?
Ooh, Jay Cuck Uso.
like Naomi want twins too, right? I'm good for that. Everybody.
That's disturbing.
Yes, it is.
It's not like they're brothers; they're cousins. Damn it! And have you seen?
Naomi's sitting there like,
Have you seen Naomi?
Right. That's a win for Roman.
All right. Finally, we got Drew McIntyre, WWE champion, taking on Roman Reigns, the Universal champion. They put
Okay.
themselves in this position, but Roman can't lose.
I got one thing to say about this match. I hate the fact that they telegraphed the shit out of this match with Drew McIntyre confronting Roman Reigns last week, Friday, and he had to face Randy Orton this past Monday. You knew after that confrontation that McIntyre was winning that belt back. They telegraphed the shit out of that. That's although I'm happy they did because don't nobody want to see Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton. That's just not. That's a no one gives a shit kind of match. However, Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns, whew, it's going to be a good one because I don't think Roman Reigns is just going to walk all over Drew McIntyre. So it's going to be a hard fought match, but Roman is winning this match.
Roman Reigns, hands down. He has to win based off everything that's going on right now, and he is going to continue to win all the way until WrestleMania. And then he's probably going to win there.
But I'm not going to rule out an interference by Randy Orton just to protect Drew McIntyre.
Well, if that happens, maybe we get Alpha and C. No, I'm just joking.
Well, the Miz is, trolling around with the damn Money in the Bank briefcase.
I was talking about Alpha and Sika.
Oh.
Yeah, so that is your Survivor Series predictions. We're going to discuss a lot more things and do a review of the Survivor Series show on next Saturday's podcast. So be sure that you are subscribed to Saturday Night Slamcasters wherever you get your podcasts from. Also, like I said, subscribe to us here on YouTube and also subscribe to our Discord. All the links will be down in the description of this video. You guys go ahead and put yourselves over.
You can catch me at Xavier Mustafa on Facebook and on Twitter. You can catch my solo podcast, XM Cinema, wherever you get your podcasts. And